Hello, hello, hello. Boy, good, good. We'll wait till everybody has a chance to get seated, but don't forget to grab some water and a cookie, and you might get a little bored, so you might want something to drink or eat. So, let me first apologize for having to call this thing off last Friday. I felt like Mr. Carl Gailey, the superintendent, because you don't know if whether you should call school off or not call school off. And, I know that it did clear up pretty quick last Friday, but I was just concerned about, people my age coming out in this and having to walk. The sidewalks weren't quite clear at that point and things. But I thank you all for coming back again today. I really appreciate it. This is a great crowd. Let's go ahead and get started if we can. Good afternoon, and welcome to the 2026 State of the City Address for Lawrenceburg, Indiana. I know most of you know me, and I know most people in this room, but my name's Kelly Milan. I'm currently and very proud to be serving as your mayor. I'm currently in the final 2 years of my third and final term. Today, I want to share the significant progress our city has made and the results of leading an administration grounded in transparency and integrity. What's important to understand is that the accomplishments we celebrate today did not come from quick or impulsive decisions. They are a result of a clear vision I had even before running for office, one that has guided thoughtful, long-term planning for Lawrenceburg's future. Equally important, none of this progress was achieved alone. I have been very fortunate to work alongside dedicated city councils, committed clerk treasurers, forward-thinking redevelopment commissions, and countless other key individuals who work beside me each and every day. I also want to give a sincere thanks to the previous administrations that helped lay some of the groundwork in the previous years. I am especially grateful to our city employees who continue to devote countless hours to making Lawrenceburg a great place to live, work, and visit. This progress has truly been a team effort. Before we begin, I would like to take a moment to thank those who helped make today possible. First, I'd like to thank my hardworking assistant, Ms. Joy Martin, for organizing today's event. Lots of hours and pre-planning go into each event that we do and often go unnoticed by the public. I want to thank our clerk treasurer, Mark Fetty, and his staff for ensuring that our city's financial stability remains strong. Thank you to our current city council members for their continued support and commitment to the progress that you will hear about today. Thank you to the Liberty Theater and proprietor Dan McCabe for hosting us today. If you haven't had a chance to either eat or attend a concert here, you really need to make it a priority here in the near future. A heartfelt and sincere thank you to my very supportive family, especially my wife Jody, for standing by my side throughout the past 11 years and enduring the many hours that I have spent at various events and meetings. And finally, I want to thank you, everyone here today, and the entire Lawrenceburg community for placing their trust in my leadership over the past 11 years. As I mentioned earlier, the past 11 years of progress and transformation in Lawrenceburg have been part of a long-term vision. Early on, I identified 3 key areas that I believed to be essential to invest in as the vision began to take shape. Those priorities have remained unchanged throughout my tenure in the mayor's office. I firmly believed then, and still believe today, that revitalizing Lawrenceburg while honoring its rich heritage and history requires a balanced investment in our businesses, our people, and our youth. These priorities became the 3 pillars that have guided my administration from the very beginning: economic development, education, and quality of life. Over the years, I recognize that not everyone has agreed with every decision made by myself or the administration. However, I would ask anyone who lives or have lived or operated a business here during this period of transformation to take an honest look around and ask themselves whether they enjoy living, working, and raising a family in Lawrenceburg. While there are certainly decisions that in hindsight possibly could have been made with better planning or communicated a little better, I believe the majority have been fiscally responsible, well-researched, and made with great care. I am deeply grateful to our elected City Council for their diligence, thoughtful questions, and commitment to doing what is best for our community before casting their votes on improvements that benefit both you and our families. I am also thankful for our very conservative clerk-treasurer who works closely with us to ensure sound, strategic financial decisions are at the forefront in our decision-making matrix. I support and remain accountable for every decision that has been made under my leadership. Let's begin by taking a little closer look at the first pillar that has helped transform our great city: economic development. Economic development can be defined as the process of improving a community's economic health through business growth and sustainable investment. Let's take a moment to break that down and examine how Lawrenceburg has performed in this area. Ask yourself, how many vacant storefronts or empty buildings do you see in our downtown or along US 50? The answer is very few. In fact, we receive calls daily from individuals and businesses interested in opening or relocating here. Job creation depends on either attracting new businesses or expanding existing ones. As a landlocked community, Lawrenceburg faces challenges in attracting large-scale development without annexation. Despite that, we have seen progress, including development along US 50 that brings new opportunities to our city. The final component of economic development is sustainable investment. Simply put, you have to spend money to make money. An early department head who is involved in my budgeting process year after year knows that I live by the question of whether or not the items in their individual budgets are a need or a want. Consider the investments made in Lawrenceburg over the past decade. Here are a few: the Planet Fitness Strip Mall, Whiskey River Apartments, the Event Center and Hotel, Ivy Tech Community College, upcoming senior housing, the beautifully restored Liberty Theater, numerous downtown and US 50 businesses, and the significant support provided through our redevelopment commission via business and new home grants. These are just a few of the investments that have been made during our time of progress. Previous mayors and administrations also have made investments in Lawrenceburg that have helped shape what you see today. When you look at the full picture, I believe Lawrenceburg has made strong strategic progress in the area of economic development. Let's now look further into the second pillar, which is education. When people think about education, the first group of people that often comes to mind is the children attending our local schools, along with the dedicated teachers and staff who are preparing the next generations of leaders. Whenever a request comes before City Council to support or address a need for our students, or for the Lawrenceburg Community School Corporation, or Ivy Tech Community College, our administration has consistently been willing to help. We continue to support scholarship programs through the Community Foundation to ensure local students have the opportunity to pursue higher education. Many of our students are also earning college credits while still in high school, giving them a valuable head start toward their degrees. Under the leadership of Superintendent Carl Gailey and his outstanding teaching staff, Lawrenceburg students are well prepared to take the next step in their educational journey. Beginning in 2026, the Lawrenceburg Police Department partnered with Lawrenceburg Community Schools and the Greendale Redevelopment Commission to not only fund our school resource officers, but also ensure that all the SROs are fully trained police officers upon completion of the Indiana Police Academy. This initiative places Lawrenceburg at the forefront of school safety efforts across the state. Another vital component of education in our community is Ivy Tech Community College. Led by the exceptional Chancellor Mark Graver, Chancellor Graver has consistently demonstrated a forward-thinking approach to education. Several years ago, he and I collaborated on a scholarship program designed to assist adults seeking a degree, a CDL, or additional coursework to improve their career opportunities. Looking ahead, we hope to be able to continue making progress towards updates to the Ivy Tech's health programs and facilities. Education is the foundation of a strong community, and I am grateful for the dedicated leadership and partnerships that continue to strengthen Lawrenceburg. Now let's turn our attention to the final pillar, which is quality of life. This pillar encompasses a wide range of projects and improvements designed to make Lawrenceburg an attractive place to live, work, and raise a family. Quality of life is often the deciding factor for individuals and families when choosing where to relocate, and Lawrenceburg has made significant investments in this area. Let's consider just a few of the quality of life projects that have been completed or continue to be enhanced. The Lawrenceburg Trail, obviously used by thousands of residents and visitors each year. The Lawrenceburg and Aurora Bike Rental Program. This was a collaborative effort between the City of Aurora and the City of Lawrenceburg that from the onset of this program, it has been self-funded. Our Parks Program, something we're very, very proud of here in Lawrenceburg. George Street Park, new playground equipment and upgrades are coming very soon. Ludlow Hill Park, newly renovated playgrounds, a new tennis court, pickleball courts, and upcoming walking trails that will connect surrounding neighborhoods to the park. Todd Creech Park, home to our baseball fields, a skate park, playground equipment, a community pool, and new pickleball courts coming this spring. Newtown Park, host of the annual Arts and Crafts Show each year that is attended by thousands, and the new Light Up Newtown Park Christmas event this past year was with a great city partner, the Dearborn County Historical Society. Arch Street Park, recently renovated with new playground equipment and is utilized by thousands of kids each year. This park is a destination for many of our schools, as well as many schools outside of this area. The Civic Park, our newest park, and the central venue for concerts, festivals, and community events. This park has quickly become the gathering place for families in the spring and summer months. The brand new Lawrenceburg Pavilion, recently home to the community ice rink, which is offered free to Lawrenceburg residents. Future home of the Lawrenceburg Fall and Summer Farmers Markets, among other events. Pat O'Neill Community Pool. This pool was recently upgraded and has a great splash park, which is also free, that word free, to Lawrenceburg residents. Quality of life also means maintaining strong and reliable infrastructure. How many potholes do you come across or encounter while driving through Lawrenceburg? I can answer that, it's very few. Because when they do appear, they are addressed very quickly. Ask friends who live in neighboring cities or even in cities, maybe in different states, and they will tell you that this is no small accomplishment. Over the past 10 years, we have invested more than $6 million in resurfacing and improving our city streets, and we remain committed to continuing those investments. Our residents also benefit from some of the lowest utility rates in the state, along with free, that word free again, weekly garbage pickup, an amenity that few communities, if any, provide at no cost. On several occasions, we have been able to offer free utilities to our residents. Additionally, there are not many communities of approximately 5,500 residents that can offer a level of public services that we provide, including full-time police, fire, and EMS. This is a quality of life benefit that should not be taken for granted. While we hope you never need these services, when you do, you will be cared for by some of the most highly trained, dedicated, and professional men and women in their respective fields. During the COVID-19 pandemic, we were able to support 77 small businesses through a grant opportunity that helped them weather an incredibly challenging time. That support played a critical role in keeping many of our local businesses afloat. While some believe gaming revenues should fund all of these services, your elected officials remain committed to carefully evaluating when and how these funds can be best benefit our community. We encourage residents to compare Lawrenceburg to other gaming communities across the state to see whether similar services and opportunities are offered in their cities. Lawrenceburg is truly unique in how responsibly and generously we use gaming revenue. Free community events are another defining feature of Lawrenceburg. Thousands attend our Music on the River concert series each Thursday evening in June, July, and August. An event recognized throughout the state and the tri-state region. Each April, we host a community picnic that brings neighbors together for a free meal prepared by our first responders, along with free rides for the children. This year, we will also use this event to help celebrate our nation's 250th anniversary. Look for more details on that coming soon. It's going to be a great event. Additional events include Taste of Summer in June, our popular food truck rally and Kids Day with free rides and activities. That word free keeps coming up, if you remind me. A professional bike race and bluegrass music event in July, and several outstanding music festivals in August and September. These events play a vital role in supporting the sustainability of our small businesses and restaurants. I encourage you to visit thinklawrenceburg.com for a complete list of available events for our community. Our commitment is to continue providing these valuable quality of life services now and into the future. Did you notice the reoccurring theme within the quality of life pillar? How many times did you hear the word free? As I conclude this year's address, I chose to focus less on statistics and more on a simple reminder. Lawrenceburg is truly a wonderful place to live, work, play, and raise a family. I read the social media comments, including those from critics who question our decisions, and my response is straightforward. If Lawrenceburg is not moving in the right direction, why are so many people eager to live here? And why are businesses lining up to invest in what we are building together? I often wonder why some are so quick to criticize, especially a city that offers them a very, very good place to call home. Your elected officials are entrusted with making very difficult decisions. And not every decision will please everyone, not all the time. As I reach the end of my political career, I share these thoughts in the hope that Lawrenceburg will always have men and women willing to step forward, put their names on a ballot, and make those tough choices for the good of our city. I have always believed that decisions should not be made with the next election in mind, but with the future in focus. And I am confident that is exactly what we have done. Where would Lawrenceburg be without our investments in economic development? Where would we be if we had not prioritized education, especially for our children? And where would we be without the commitment to quality of life projects and events? I consistently hear three compliments from those who visit our community. They feel safe, they're impressed with how clean our city is, and the people are very, very kind to them. I will mention this once more. I can't thank our staff, our clerk treasurer staff, for continuing to make sure that we remain very viable and strong financially. The future of Lawrenceburg is bright, and we remain in a strong financial position. I am excited about what lies ahead for our city and deeply grateful to everyone who has stood with me as we worked tirelessly to make Lawrenceburg truly a city on the rise. Thank you.